friends, with that, we are just $127 away from that Kirby boss rush run. So keep your eyes on the prize, everyone. But without further ado, I am absolutely delighted to welcome to the stage one Limy SR running Rakugaki New Game Plus any percent half graffiti.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm Limy_SR. I was just on a commentary for BRC. Shoutouts 8 Go follow him. He's cool. This is Rakugaki, or RKGK. It is a super cool 3D graffiti platformer? Question mark. There's a lot going on here. And with the category, I'm gonna be doing just any percent New Game Plus, but I'm gonna be getting half the graffiti in every level, which makes for like cool level routes and like cool collectathon-esque gameplay. It is very cool without going out of your way to get a lot of the more annoying graffiti, but there's still a lot of cool routes that are going on here. And I have a co-com with me who is also a BRC fan. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, yeah. I'm Vin. My Marie from about 10 minutes ago. Also Limey from about 10 minutes ago.
No way.
I don't quite run this game, but I know things. I'm a knower.
Yeah, and before we get too far into it, I do want to ask about that bid war.
Yes.
Absolutely. So right at the close here, we have, let me check real quick. I am delighted to report that Lunar Scout did hold on to its lead at bid war, having raised $114 total. We are going to be running for the moon.
I'm a Sailor Moon fan, so I'm happy this won. But
I've never watched.
Yeah, I've also never watched, but I like going on Twitter and then seeing like Sailor Moon edits. So I mean that's like close enough, right?
True.
Yeah. I'm gonna be getting into the run. I'm gonna have to lock in for a little bit just because the beginning of this run is a little difficult. But Vane can explain some of the tech as we get into it. But time is going to start once I click A on this level. It's gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
As we get into it here, I always like to say that this game is kind of a cross between Jet Set Radio and Da Blob. If you're a Da Blob knower, you're a real one. But in the first level here, it's just kind of a tutorial-ish level. There's not a whole lot going on, except we get introduced to our main kind of ground movement here, which we call grapple sliding. You get a grappling hook in this game, but you can cancel out the animation of you using it with kind of like a surf slide that we get more formally introduced to later, but you have your entire move kit from the get-go. And animation canceling is just something we kind of see throughout. It's kind of very easy to cancel one action into another. And it makes for some very fluid movement that you're going to see all throughout. Very cool.
Yeah, you can grapple slide literally everything. You can grapple slide the surf and the attack, which is already an animation cancel. And you can also grapple cancel your jump, which makes you jump even higher, which is actually something the devs told us about.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see they're just completely running through this.
Yep, and then already going to the second level. Oh god. Yeah, okay. I had to position that correctly because you can't slide on grates because like your like sprays would just go like right through. So I go on the very edge to just kind of line that up so I can still move very fast on that. Yeah, and there's also something funny with this game. It also has clips on top of everything else. I can clip through doors, and it is useful sometimes.
Yeah, you can just kind of nuzzle up on it and just kind of slide, just kind of mash slide through it.
No way.
Through.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, a lot of what goes on here is just very like optimal like 3D platformer gameplay. But the game just has so much sauce that it's just like pretty difficult, and there's just like constantly a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Animation canceling really helps with that. You're just kind of, it's a very high APM game.
Yeah.
To be fair, like, I mean, as you can already see with the grapple sliding, it's like kind of spammy, but if you can get a grasp on it, you can kind of just schmooze through these levels very nicely.
Yeah, so there isn't that much to this level. The first chapter is just the first chapter is just all like kind of tutorial, like introduces new mechanics to you. It's a lot slower than the rest of the game, but like once we get past these first 3 levels, it just speeds up so much.
So it'd
Yeah,
now be a
this
good
is one
time
of
to
the longer
sneak in
levels.
before the heat up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. I would like to let everyone know, as we are maintaining focus on that Kirby milestone, we have also just opened up the character colors bid war for It Takes Two any % coming up a little bit later in the day. Demon Weave and Argos are becoming dolls, but chat can doll them up. Your donations can help decide what colors their character will be. We have a very impressive spread of colors to get through, so be sure you are getting those donations in towards that bid war, which will also go to help unlock the Kirby boss rush.
Love a little character customization.
One of the things this level introduces is rails, which, oh god, I'm fine. I'm not fine. Oh no, it's fine. Is rails, which just kind of suck. This game is so fast that like even though rails like move you kind of fast just in general, they're still just slower than like the main movement that we use like through the run. So the only way to like speed it up is just by holding like up into the rail, but your camera moves and it's just relative to the camera. So I try and track the camera behind me, but even then it's like still pretty difficult, especially because like there's a lot of spiral rails that happen.
Yeah, the rails unfortunately don't let you do too much, but I think if they did, it would be a little busted.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it, just because like the rest of the game is like so like action dense.
We try to skip them when we can, but sometimes with sections like this, especially, you just hold forward.
Yeah,
I'd say
it's breaking up pace, but it's not like totally like mock Jillian, so it's like fine.
yeah. I think one of my favorite things about this category in specific is the absence of the boss battles. I think the boss battles in this game, personally, just kind of take away from the cool movement that it has. So, just it's all killer, no filler. I'm stealing your line from the last round.
Don't worry, I stole my line from like some 41, so it's like whatever. But yeah, like I said, I only need to get half the graffiti in every level, so there's like no reason why I can't like get more. It's just slower, so I just only get the ones that are like along the way.
Yeah, these are routed fairly specifically. But you can also there's plenty of potential for backups if you like, forget your route or anything. As long as you have a good grasp on the movement, you can very easily make some cool backups on the fly.
Yeah, a lot of the management though is very tight, especially in like some of the later levels.
Yeah,
just a shortening of can in management. Shoutouts to Jet Set Radio Future.
Shoutouts to Jet Set Radio Future. But the different sprays take a different amount of cans. Another big part of the routing is just incorporating those cans, making sure we have just barely enough for what we need.
Yeah, and one way to manage cans as well is if you spray like the billboards, which by the way the billboards are super cool. All of the graffiti on them is 3D, but we move too fast to actually see it. They break boxes for us, which saves time on having to like get more cans. It's just like really specific, but you have to just know how much you'll get off of just spraying different things.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of these big like cutscene billboards are worth 3. Yeah, so I usually try and get them when I can.
On as many as we can. I believe we do skip some though. Just
yeah, there's a few we skip because they're just out of the way. Yeah. But I also go out of my way for some in some levels.
Yeah. Not a whole lot to talk about here. Just kind of some movement. Just gotta avoid the evil red boxes that are all on some cycles. We love cycles.
Love cycles.
We love cycles. So for the viewers then, other than skipping boss fights, what does the New Game Plus affect in this game?
That's mostly it.
That's the main thing. You can just I mean, of course, also you have, I mean, the outfits. I mean, you can just kind of get whenever. I don't remember
outfits.
It's been a while since I've actually like played through and like unlocked stuff in this game, so I'm a little iffy on remembering if there's any like cosmetic things that happen in New Game Plus. But yeah, it's mainly just you can just play whatever levels. You don't have to worry about the bosses and such.
Yeah, the bosses are like we're kind of talking about them being bad for the pacing of the run. They're like all like a few minutes each, and they're all just bullet hell auto scrollers.
Yeah, they're super repetitive, and I mean cool aesthetically because I mean this whole game just has cool vibes and cool looks to it, but we prefer the movement.
Yeah.
We're real schmoovers over here. Oh, we're just in this block in general.
Yeah, every game in this block just has like movement. And as much as I love the other two games, this game just like schmoves like quite a bit more. There's not like a focus on like skating or surfing or anything. It is like just like a raw platformer.
Yeah, this one you actually like kind of build your own kind of speed for most of it, rather than, you know, using some other things in the level to your advantage. It's just a different kind of movement.
Gauntlet thrown down, though. I know we were starting fights earlier about what is the best.
I'm not trying to start fights.
Skating graffiti games. No, but I am. Specifically, I'm
Okay.
trying to start fights in the donation comments.
I think you can start anything in the donation comments. Anything that you can set your heart to.
Limey, out of curiosity, if Kirby were to consume the protagonist of this game, what powers would Kirby get?
I would say artist, but that's already an ability.
I think the defacer
Anti-capitalism
mode here.
power, yeah.
Okay,
This game has an anti-capitalist
I like
message.
that
It's
answer
like
more.
the full package.
Defacer mode, by the way, is this. We have this meter in the bottom right that gets filled when we do graffiti, and that allows us to kind of slide faster, but doesn't really make too much of a difference versus not having it, because we pretty much just always have it because we're gamers and we route the graffiti well, so we're just spraying very quickly and just always having that uptime.
Yeah, one thing also that I just totally forgot to mention was, I'm gonna not get hit by these. There's like pretty generous coyote timing in this game, which is like really nice, especially for. I meant to get that, but I didn't. It's probably
Nice little
fine.
rail skip.
I need to back this up with something. Okay, I got it. You can out of the like surf attack cancel, you can jump to like maintain some of that speed through you can maintain some of that speed through the like actually just like through the air, since your air mobility isn't like super great, though you have really good what is it called? You have good like vertical mobility, just not like air horizontal mobility.
Right.
Okay, and then going into chapter 3, this got rerouted recently to have a bit of cool strats, but I have to lock in a bit. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So in Violet Zone here, it's got some verticality that we can use to our advantage. You're gonna see it in a second here. But we're starting out fairly normal, just kind of going through a lot of what we've seen before, just grappling, doing whatever we can. Not gonna clip through those doors because it is slower. Yeah, I believe right here, we are going to hop up on this light post here, and through some more animation canceling, we are able to get a lot of verticality. Small oopsie. It's not very easy, but we can kind of skip over this big wall here that's kind of dividing these two areas of the map. And we can do that again here to get even higher up. and that's gonna put us right next to a big spray checkpoint up here, which we are going to be keeping this checkpoint for the rest of the level. We're gonna be dodging some triggers around to intentionally not set our checkpoint anywhere else, so that we can just grab some other graffiti down here, and we're just gonna be able to warp right back up because that big checkpoint that we set is right next to the end of the level. And that saves a little bit of time.
I'm waiting for this to go down.
You just have to be very mindful to not set your checkpoint. And then here, we do spray another checkpoint one, but we're able to exit out to the menu and reset to the main one we set before that other one finishes. So we still get that graffiti count, but we still get to just kind of teleport back to the end of the level. Very nicely done.
Yeah, it is barely faster than the old route. It is like barely worth it. It is like 3 seconds faster, but I think
It's a lot
more
cooler
fun.
though.
Yeah.
You love some swagger.
Using a bit more vertical movement to do a little skip there.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite levels. I just think it's like super fun.
This level's great.
Yeah, it is just a little bit weird because there's a lot of enemies, so it can become like super difficult if you're not like prepared.
Enemies can be a little scary if you're not careful. Especially because you can like lock on and grapple to some of them, so if you're trying to grapple to something else, you can sometimes just
okay, there we
auto
go.
lock onto enemies. Good save.
Thank you. I thought I was dead.
I kind of thought so too.
Let's see.
Secret little area for that spray there.
Yeah, going to another side area here. That I'm going to be linking back up to the main area, but it is... Can I still wait like this? Okay, cool.
The verticality you can get in this game is just so good.
Yeah, also the cannon in this level is just like really difficult.
Love some good old resource management.
Okay, so what I will do now is I will balance on this fence and hopefully not fall off. I want to stand here enough to like set my death warp. I'm going to be going all the way to the end and then just going to be wall sliding. Jump. Yep, there we go. That's
Very
really hard.
nice.
Nice.
As a tight movement string.
Yeah, on top of just having to deal with all of the enemies, because like if you go too slow there, the enemies could just like knock you off of that fence, and it's really hard to like
Yeah,
get back up
it's-
and everything.
It's a bit to juggle, but that was very cleanly done. Once again, just kind of perfectly routing these cans in pretty much. I'll take a start to the end.
Yep, and then the last level in chapter 3. Immediately
Floors.
behind you there is a spray.
A bit of a
Please, I would like
sneaky
to
one.
surf, thank you. Yeah, sometimes your surf can just like get disabled by animation canceling too quickly.
Yeah, you can be too good at the game. Another very vertical level here.
Ooh, okay.
Very.
Need these cans. Yeah, and then I'm gonna
So
be
you're-
doing a bit more vertical movement here.
Yeah.
Get up.
Well, the main thing with this level is that you have these electrical panels here that hurt you, but with your hover, you can kind of use your spray paint to create a little cover for yourself. You're able to just kind of skate over them with the slide.
I'd like to get up, please. That'd be nice. Cool. And a bit more movement. There's a 3 billboard, and then I'll jump to the end. It's a little bit tight, but I can make it.
Very nice.
Yep, and then going into chapter 4. We were
Clean top
already
floors.
just over halfway done.
Yeah, this run comes at you fast.
You were not lying when you said schmovement.
Yeah, there is a lot of it.
With a little sneaky spray behind you there at the start of the level.
Yeah, I think those are like some of the only 2 levels that like do that.
Now we're in the sludge. We got to navigate through the sewers.
Yeah, actually get close, but I avoid that because that one requires 12 cans to get, and I would rather save my cans for different sprays, so I don't have to get less cans later.
Yeah, there's better value we can get for our we can get more bang for our buck later on.
Yeah, there's actually an out of bounds at the very beginning of the level, but like I said, I have to get half the graffiti in every level, so
Yeah, it is a very cool skip though.
yeah.
Rest in peace. Do you do it at any percent? I wonder.
Yeah, and any
I don't-
percent you do it.
Okay. So I know there was
Or
a time where
in NG plus any percent, yes, in new game still no.
okay.
You just need so much extra graffiti.
Yeah, this level has a lot of graffiti that skipping it is just kind of rough.
Oh no. Or it's fine. I didn't think I'd spawn there.
Oh nice.
Yeah, and this part of the level is pretty difficult. Really? I didn't think I just missed that cycle.
Unfortunate. A little tricky section. Moving
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
platforms.
do.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then and to get these, to just have for the segment coming up. Yeah, a lot of the graffiti in this level is spread out, so like, the routing is just like very strange.
While we hunt down the last little bits, can I chime in with an update?
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Amazing. I have a $13 donation here from Diabolical. He simply says, choo choo, less than 3. That 13, of course, referring to $1 per boss in the Kirby Boss Rush milestone. Friends, looking at the clock here, we are looking at about an hour, maybe even less, knowing how much these runners schmoove. To reach that milestone at $500, we have already raised a commanding $373 so far, so just a little bit over 120 bucks left to see some more Kirby after Soul's run. I know we can all do that.
So worth it. Also, donating to this is just a great cause. Gender affirming care is, as the kids say, pog.
Extremely.
This level coming up is a fairly small level, fairly short level, but I actually just like love it. It's so fun because it's just like these like mini challenge rooms they have to do, and all the movement is like pretty fun.
Orc found in kitchen. The movement is fun in this game.
No way.
You wouldn't believe it.
The coolest person you know made a great point.
I'm honored.
Okay, yeah, that movement string is like actually really hard to just do optimally.
Very nice.
I had to like lock in for like that like segment of like vertical movement. Okay.
Again, the
So-
verticality in this game is just so cool. Sorry,
Oh yeah, no, you're
you
good.
got something.
Yeah, I was gonna say this segment is a time segment, but because I am good at this game, Smile, it is not actually that much of a time segment. I'm still going out of my way to get graffiti.
We're gamers. We got time to spare here.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, one thing I totally forgot to mention: every time you hit one of those like 3 billboards, it always spawns you in the same spot afterwards. So I can
Right.
use that to my advantage.
It can kind of
It comes up in the
preemptively hold
next
direction.
level. Yeah.
Scary, evil laser walls.
Yep, and then this level that got a major reroute recently.
Oh yeah.
So I used to get almost nothing in this first segment of the level, because the way this level works is that you get to the very end and then the water level descends, so you don't die to the water anymore. Then there's more level that gets unlocked. More cans. Really missed Other Cycle, sadly. There's more level that gets unlocked. You have to do that 3 times. But there is a way to just kind of get around the water, so it doesn't really matter. So I have to basically just full clear out this first segment of the level, and then unlock the second. And then you'll see something pretty cool and silly.
A little bit of silliness. As we dodge the goop here. They're coming up on the aforementioned funny little skip.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not doing a skip. I changed my mind.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. I just wanna, get over here. Please. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'm just gonna get over here and do this. Oh, I kind of messed up that movement. I'm just gonna reload checkpoint real quick. I'm all the way back here. I mean, I guess I can just try and go back up here and figure out something else.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll
this is
make
the
it
best
work.
of
We'll
us.
make it work.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Ooh,
Right,
this is
so
not
here-
developer intended.
Yeah. So, like we said earlier, with just kind of sliding into walls and you just eventually kind of clip through. We are lined up in a specific spot, but eventually it'll just let us through. And once we're kind of between these two
Please.
walls here, we're just kind of sliding diagonally, just trying to.
Oh,
Try
push
and
me out
get
to the
through.
side. I'm just gonna do this again.
Yeah.
And you can send all of your acting accolades for that incredible performance in the donation column.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Wonderful.
Oh, I clipped out. Whoops.
It's very finicky.
Yep, there it is.
Essentially, there you go. It'll let us through here. And now we are.
Yeah, push me out to the side before, and usually it doesn't do that. Oh, I didn't get the thing. There's like a bug in this game where like it just sets your attraction to like basically nothing. And it's really nice, but it's like super inconsistent, and sometimes you get it there, sometimes you don't.
Yeah. It's
But yeah,
very
I
strange.
used that 3 billboard to get me the last 3 sprays I need to be able to beat this level without the graffiti.
Yeah, and that'll teleport us through the wall. Very nicely done. Grade A acting. We did it, team.
We're so back.
Nothing but
somebody.
faith in both of you.
Yeah, it is a very difficult level, but at this point, the levels are the things that get difficult. The strats are just playing good, which is difficult
Yeah.
in its own right, but these
These actually levels aesthetically are very cool though. Like more of an outside, like
yeah.
with some of the sun, and then you have like all the purple colors with the fog. Very cool looking.
Yeah, who would have thought that like a game about like graffiti is like pretty
Aesthetically pleasing.
yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, the gimmick here is that these platforms kind of rise and fall out of the fog, but as long as you know where the platforms are, it's not really a big threat.
Yeah, it makes for some scary platforming later on, but I kind of know where everything is, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
there's
little
like
boost pads
some of the
here.
transition segments that are just like, oh whoops, I need that. Some of the transition segments are just a bit boring. It's just kind of surfing through these and then cool platforming again. Need one of these, thank you. Yeah, well, I get through this segment of the level. Do you have any like messages or anything?
Absolutely. So I have a $7 donation from Osmorn, rounding us up to a nice even number. I see you. And they say, can we get that endurance run incentive met? Time is running out. It is so true, friends. We are very much in the final push for that Kirby milestone that unlocks at $500 total raised by the end of Beam Queen Sol's upcoming Kirby run. And as we've mentioned before, gender-affirming surgery is pretty pog. More specifically, in raising money for Alice's gender-affirming surgery, research consistently shows that people who choose gender affirmation surgery experience reduced gender incongruence and improved quality of life. It can provide long-term mental health benefits too. Studies consistently show that gender affirmation surgery reduces gender dysphoria and related conditions like anxiety and depression. And speaking from my own personal experience, gender euphoria is one of the coolest things on this earth, and anything we can do to support that and celebrate that around the world and for our friend Alice is truly to be lauded. So thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, I'm absolutely honored to run just like a couple of indie games for this, because like it is such like an important marathon. Yeah. In this level, there is the main gimmick here is like ice, where if you surf on it or like hover over it, it will just break. So you have to be very mindful of just like kind of how you're moving through the level, because it can become very difficult in a matter of seconds if you're not super conscious of that.
Yeah, for sure.
No, okay.
A little scary. Thin platforming here. Very easy to fall down.
Doing a strat here where I can get over here with a couple precise jumps. Perfect.
Very nicely done.
I'm going out of my way to get literally only 2. And activating that, which gets a couple of enemies, which is very convenient. Oh, I did not want to get hit by that. I didn't want to get hit by this. No, stop.
Evil orbs. You're good, you're good. Yeah, some enemy sections, like I said before, can be a little scary if you're not careful. Especially in these later stages here.
Perfect animation, by the way.
Very nice.
Yeah, and this segment is hard. Usually I try and like surf through this because it's just faster. But ooh, okay. If you mess up, it could be really bad for trying to traverse it later. So I'm just not going to. But that's fine. It's whatever.
We can play it safe.
There we go. And then the very end. And this is the very end of the level.
Nicely done.
And getting into the last 3 levels of the run. You don't have that much more time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely donate to that boss endurance showcase with Soul here in like another like hour.
As well as the open color bid war for It Takes Two. You can hit both at the same time. Right now, white is in the lead for the character colors bid war, but we have basically a full rainbow spread. I'm eyeing red or pink myself, no bias.
Good colors, good colors. So we have these kind of like Mario Galaxy flip switch platforms that we go through here. They just go on a cycle.
What? I thought I was gonna grab onto that.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, now I have to go all the way around.
Oh well. Game is
Yeah, that movement is really hard.
Yeah. About managing, knowing when you're allowed to do an action, and then just knowing which ones to do in cycle to stay in the air and keep moving along is a lot of difficulty with the big skips in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, cycles never fail to break my brain just in half.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, the big challenge is just knowing where you are in the cycle, because like as a 3D like platformer, oh whoops, I meant to get that. As a 3D platformer, it's just like if you mess up like anything, you're just gonna be off cycle, and it's like, how do you adapt to this? It is super difficult. Yeah, so we're coming up to the end of the level, but I'm going to be doing something a little silly just to make up for some boxes that are just, some billboards that are just really slow to get, right? I'm going to make my way over here. This is like a post-game area, or post-level area, I guess.
Some bonus.
I'm going to be doing a little bit of a jumpy poo, and then immediately reloading checkpoint. Back here now.
Very
close to the end of the
nice.
level.
Some more checkpoint abuse there. Allowing for very quick exit on that, squeezing out a little more graffiti.
Yep. Yeah, and this level is particularly like very hard. I think it's like the hardest level in the run, honestly.
Yeah, this level is so evil. We have a bunch of these rotating cubes that are on a cycle, and it's just, and they have, I believe they have sides that like hurt you.
Yeah, some of them have sides that hurt.
Yeah, some of the ones later. That's what it is. That's what was confusing me.
I
They,
tried to line up with this cycle so I could have that, have those go away as I can drop down and not get hit by like the orbs of evil.
yeah, this level casually definitely messed me up a lot. It is not easy, especially when you're trying to do it fast. If you're not on a cycle that you want specifically, it's hard to back it up.
Yeah, and what makes it like even harder is that it's just a long level.
Yeah. A lot of work for your fingies.
Yeah, and then on top of all of this, I'm doing a specific strat here where I jump at a certain part of the box's cycle to make it up
Nice.
there and make this cycle.
This section specifically too.
Ooh, that was scary.
Ew.
I was a little bit late, but it worked out.
Never any
Yep.
doubt.
Not even close.
Not even scared, not even nervous.
It's chill gameplay.
Yep, and that was. I want to say that's the hardest level, the hardest section of the level, but it really just isn't. Because this next segment is coming up. I'm sure Vane probably has memories of this.
Yeah. It's rough, man. But now you can see that they have a little bit of electricity on one of the sides, and again,
Oh, why did you grab? Oh. Okay, whatever.
follow being
Fine.
silly. But yeah, again, if you're not on a cycle you want, bit evil. Especially because you have the evil rings of doom.
I need to wait for this.
Yeah, you can be a little patient.
Yeah, I messed up the cycle, so that was rough because you can just get like stun locked into dying, and it's terrible.
Yeah. Kind of get a taste of kind of what the boss fights are like. At least some of them. All right there, because there's so much to dodge when you're trying to manage those cycles.
Yeah, this is the last
And-
level. It's a stealth level, but this is
Yeah,
a
there's
speedrun
stealth
of a
mechanics.
3D platformer, so is it really stealth?
Yeah, we just kind of ignore these guys. We don't need to be stealthy. There's no reason.
Yeah, like, I'll just activate him. It's whatever. Then even then, if I'm nervous about them, I can just hover, and then they just fly into it and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movement is, like, really hard to do, just because it's, like, usually when you have to do vertical movement, you also have to move a bit horizontally. Okay. Okay, that's fine, I guess. You have to move horizontally a bit, but with that one, it's like pretty much just straight up, so it is a bit difficult.
Little rough.
So yeah, this is just like Sonic. There's a 2D segment.
Wow.
But you'll see that it's not like actually a real 2D segment.
Yeah, it's fake 2D. You've been swindled.
Yep, I just can just go around to save time there.
Yeah.
They don't even try and do anything to like stop you from doing that. It is just a 3D segment,
they
but with a
they just
2D
let you.
camera.
This is allowed.
Yeah, so there's a chase segment here that goes to the end of the level, but again, I'm gonna be doing a like secret zone to finish out my graffiti, and then we'll be done.
Pretty solid run.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Like pretty much nothing went like super bad, which is always a good thing with this game. Yeah, so I'm making my way over here. Barely make that jump. And then one more of these. Whoops. Get back over here. And then
Checkpoint abuse.
getting to the end. And time is now.
GG.
GG.
Very solid run.
Yeah, that is such a fun run. It's super cool. Unfortunately, that's the end of the graffiti platformer block, but like that's such a good block to just include in like any event ever. One of the like GOAT speedrun blocks of all time, because like ending with this is like pretty cool, and also like an animated door. Thank you for donating that. That was very cool. But yeah, shout outs to all, like the JSRF community. Shout outs to the VRC community. Shout outs to like all three people who run this game. Yeah, it's such a good run. Absolutely, just like even if you like want to play it casually, like it's such a good game. I think it's like $15 or something. It is so worth it.
And all three of these games in general are just good runs.
Yeah, absolutely.
As
like,
someone
look
with
into them.
at least a little bit of experience in all three, mainly two. They're super fun to run, super fun to get better at.
Yeah,
Very rewarding. Highly recommend.
but yeah, in terms of shoutouts, there's not that many. Just follow me at twitch.tv/limy_sr. Follow Vane at twitch.tv/Vane_sr. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep watching, keep donating, all of that good stuff. This is going on until like Sunday. It's like a 5-day event with just like a stack schedule every single day.
It's super good.
Osborne told me to do a run from backup, so that's gonna be on Friday. I'm doing Hell's Gate. If you've never seen that, it is so cool.
Oh, I did not know that. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
It's like Hades and Tony Hawk. It is such a wild combination, but it's so cool. Absolutely, come back for that because I'm excited to be doing that. It is so cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Vane, do you have anything else?
Not really. No. Shout out my Twitch. Again,
Yeah.
good speed games, good games in general. Go play them. That's what matters to me.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Play these games.
Well, thank you both so much. And chat, please make some noise in the chat one more time for Limey, as well as for everyone who has run a game as part of our graffiti block. As Limey said, absolutely a phenomenal block to include in a marathon, regardless of circumstance. And this is an absolutely fire marathon to introduce the concept at. Friends, if you are just joining us, this is, of course, Running Through Wonderland, raising money for Alice at Wonderland Games' gender-affirming surgeries. Alice is a variety speedrunner with a love for platformers and horror games and is studying psychology and neuroscience. She has 2 dogs and a gecko, and she also loves cooking, painting, anime, and art. Alice came out to her friends at 17 and to her family at 19 and is currently double majoring in psychology and neuroscience. She has 2 dogs and a gecko, and she also excuse me. She wants to be a psychiatrist to help young adults and specialize in queer issues and mood disorders. Alice's surgery has been canceled twice due to insurance issues and has been waiting for the surgery for 4 years since her first consultation. So every moment and every dollar counts to help her get there. Friends, to be exceedingly real with you all for a moment while we get set up for our Kirby run, the support of a community like this one truly means the absolute world. Even the cost of something as simple as petitioning to get one's name changed when you are trans in America rapidly gets prohibitively expensive, and that isn't even healthcare. So, from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of everyone who is involved with this, but especially every TGNC person working on this marathon in any way, of which I know there are a shockingly high number because speedrunning is pretty cool. Thank you so much for all of the support, whether it is donations, whether it is watching and supporting the stream, plugging us on social media. It means the world. And we're just beginning, friends. We are going to get set up for Soul's all goal games run of Kirby and the amazing mirror. So don't turn that dial. We are going to be right back.